that Zechariah was a righteous, both Zechariah and the wife. They were both righteous before God. Some of us are righteous before men. But this is proper righteousness. Their heart were pure. They are sincere in their heart, and they are serving God to the ability of what they know. But look at what happened. Walking in all the word, the commandment of God. And ordinances of the Lord, they are blameless. So this kind of man seems to be like a perfect man on earth here. Serving God, obeying all rules, on pen and wash him, pays his tax, do everything. When it comes to anything, you can't get the guy. So such a person supposed to be blessed, isn't it? He shouldn't be part of the people who might be suffering or seeking for something which he shouldn't get. Such a man, the moment he even, or before he even should ask, God should give it to him, isn't it? But there were, with all this, there was a need in their life. But they had no word. You see, but they have served. When you serve God, the opposite also came. So what you suppose that if you live that type of life, you should give birth to children. That is what it says. When they put but, it means that you're supposed to do this, but it didn't happen. The result should have brought children, but the result didn't bring children. Are you getting me? So we might have served God and we expected a certain result. But that result didn't happen. What do we then do? So, but they had no child because he gave reason. Elizabeth was what? Barren, and they were both well advanced in what? Advanced in years. Simply, they are grown, not advanced level. Sometimes you come to the end, the natural end, that this thing cannot happen again. Advance in years means that they have passed the age of what? Bearing children. Naturally, they have passed that age. Naturally, you might have passed a situation. Naturally, a certain disease might have advanced in your body. But that is not the end. You have served God. You have worshipped Him. You have lived before Him. But why should this disease attack my body? It has got to an advanced stage where they say it cannot be healed or be cured again. And they've just advised you how to die and to manage your death. If you are at that position, you are just like the same position with Elizabeth and who? That is not a time for you to stop serving your God. That is the time you have to continue serving him. And in their continuous service to God, something happened. So it was that while he was serving as priest before God in the order of his division, their division this time, this is your term. You go like ushers. You have some, this group will come, or singers. This group will come and sing division 1, division 2, and this, and there was time they say you are the one who should lead in this division, in this group. So, according to the custom of the priesthood, that's how his lot fell to burn incense when he went into the temple of the Lord. So, that's not a turn the line. He was ready to serve. When the Lord fell on him to serve, he was happy. Will you be happy if you are the one who should serve and clean this place next week? Then look at what happened. Our Christmas story. And the whole multitude of the people was praying outside at the hour of incense. It's a time of prayer. Then what happened? An angel of the Lord appeared to him, standing on the right side of the altar of incense. Standing where? The right side of the altar of incense. Then listen to what, and when Zechariah the priest saw him, the angel, he was troubled, and fear fell upon him. Osofokura ahu angel na usura na congregation foso when you're done. Not ordinary pastor, not an ordinary place, not in his bedroom where he's supposed to see God. Sometimes we can have ritualistic prayer so much that we don't expect God. So while you were burning the incense, what were you expecting? We can still be praying, and the God we are praying to will be out of our heart and our mind. It becomes automatic. Shalabalabala, shalabalabala, shalaba, and it becomes routine. We have routine worshippers. Anytime you come to church and you don't have connection with the Holy Spirit in yourself, then it's a routine thing you are doing. You must come, and God must always speak to you. You should always speak to God, and knowing that you came to church to meet God. If this is not in your heart, you will come to church and be offended by people around. If God visits you, nothing becomes offensive. I hope you are getting me. That is what we call walking in the Spirit. You must be spiritually aware, conscious, anytime we come to church. So when it comes to worship time, it shouldn't be a routine. It's your whole being from within saying, my God, You've given me 1 week. I have come. You are standing before me. I want to worship you. When God seems to be hiding for a very long time, we enter into routine. The reason why he was afraid is because they heard about God moved long time, about some hundreds of years when they heard God spoke. So, in his time, he's never seen God moving. So his father said, when you go, take this, the inside, move there, and you bend. Everybody, they go, come to church on Sunday, wash yourself, come to church, sit down, do. If John had to be born for this day, it was not the ordinary day. The kind of worship he did was different now. The people were praying outside. And the man who's supposed to do, there are times. Look, let's read. Oh, let me read. But the angel said to him, do not be afraid, Zechariah, for your prayer, your word. Your word is heard. And your wife, who? Elizabeth, will bear you a son, and you shall call his name Yohane. John. Ghana for John. And you will have what? Joy and gladness, and many will rejoice at his birth. When God visits, joy, gladness, and not only you who receive the joy, your life should make others rejoice. For he will become what? He will be great in the sight of the Lord. Greatness in the sight of men is different from greatness in the sight of the Lord. Greatness in the sight of the Lord is different from buying a house in his airport. Sometimes the greatness in the house, in the sight of God, is to live in a wilderness. Eating what? Is that what we call great? John the Baptist's life, is that what God calls great? In fact, what is great in the sight of God, men have left it. And because we do not understand it, we are chasing things that are great in the sight of men. That's why we kill ourselves. That's why we destroy other people for it. You are not a failure. We can have failures who have houses, who have cars, who have billions and millions of dollars. If you stole money and got yourself corrupted and became rich, you are a failure. Unfortunately, the church will exalt the failures of this world more than those who are successful in this world before the sight of God. Oh, prophet. Don't think you have failed if you are right with God. If you are serving your purpose, the purpose which God sent you to come in, that is what I want to finish my work. And when I'm going, I know I'm successful. Oh, I hope I am not annoying people. So no matter where God places you, remember that what is great in the sight of men sometimes is an abomination in the sight of God. So don't destroy people for any position. It's a failure. You've already started from the point of failure. Let everybody pass you by. Keep your integrity. Look, the integrous person is never afraid. When evil is coming, he's not afraid. While others are shaking, he is relaxed. Because he can say with Jesus that the devil, Satan, is coming, but he has nothing in me. I hope you're getting me. John the Baptist said he will be what? Great. How many of you have read about the life of John the Baptist? Did he look like a great man? In this world, in Ghana, we will call him a kubolo. Well, he wasn't living at home. He was living in the wilderness. And the type of clothes, he didn't have the style of clothes you have. But Jesus said, men who are born by women, those who have been born, who are born by men and women, will be a woman if you are not a demon that came from heaven, some place, and you are born. He said John the Baptist is the greatest of all. But he didn't end there. He said, but in the kingdom, for he will be great in the sight of the Lord, and shall drink neither wine nor bubura, no boswe, no akwiteshi. This is my version. He will also, it means that he will be sober. You know, when you drink, you lose your sobriety. Those who have done, you know, you talk differently. You insult people by heart. If you overtake it, your walking is not straight. You don't walk righteously, straight. But when you ask a drunkard, he will tell you he's walking straight. I am not going there. I can't be with her. You know, if you don't drink, you're a good man, husband. The day you drink, your wife and children, they are in trouble. So if he's the one destroying your marriage, why do you hold on to a bottle at the expense of your children and your family? Even friends. He said, I can't stop. That's the reason why Jesus came. He came to deliver us from all this. Let me continue. May I not be too full. For he will be great in the sight of the Lord, and drink neither wine nor strong drink. He will also be filled with what? The Holy Spirit. You see, drink, strong drinks cannot stay in the same room with the Holy Spirit. So the Bible says that do not be drunk with wine, but rather with the Holy Spirit. They all have influence over your life. Drink have influence over your life, over people's life. What under normal circumstances you won't be able to say. When you drink, you can say it. What under normal circumstances, what you will not be able to do. When you have the Holy Spirit, you can do it. Oh. So now when you're in the Spirit, you are excitement and joy. The way you clap your hands, say, hey, this guy is a very quiet guy in office. Yes, the Holy Spirit have rested upon that person. He is a new man. The old is gone. So, he will be filled of the Holy Spirit. Even from his mother's womb. These are the few who got the Holy Spirit in the mother's womb. No wonder when Elizabeth, when Mary visited Elizabeth, you know what happened?